Is it that time? Because I'm ready for that.
There's your blunt right there already. There's your blunt right there.
Hey, y'all, I love it here. Just know.
Yeah,
I love it here.
Just in case you didn't feel like, you know, sharing, you got your own.
Yeah. Oh, I told y'all how I feel. If I say it's time, what I'm supposed to say. I mean, shit.
I want you to know, in like the last 20 minutes of the show, we're gonna have a blunt rolling contest. So have your skills ready.
Oh, I already lost. I ain't even. I must be trash. I ain't even listen to her play with you like I roll fire. My shit be terrible. I roll convenient enough for me to smoke it. I ain't gonna like you feel me? Shit to somebody. Everybody, what the fuck? I'm like, hey, I'm smoking. But I'm high flat. Yeah, don't worry about me. Shit, don't worry about it at all.
Don't worry about me.
Either way, you still gotta roll one. I have my guest. That's the new thing I'm trying to incorporate. I have my guest roll one.
Okay. Is it grinded down and all that? Cause
I'm gonna grind you some.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna have you set up. Oh, lighter. I had it right here.
But I have to put the other one in there. I'm gonna grind some more.
So we can get a good look at you.
I ain't gonna lie. Actually had me on this press run. I did about 32 shows. This first.
Hey, you know, and I was excited to hear that he had signed to manage you. That was like cool as hell. I was like, oh shit,
yeah,
let's go. It's a small world, man. Shout out to K for Kush.
You on roadkill tonight?
Roadkill. It's that roadkill.
Yeah, we gonna we can talk about that shit too though. But X got me all over the place. But this first place I came in, we was pressed, and X didn't have to do it. So I love that already. Just know.
We tried. We tried.
I already want to come back. And for me, I'm good.
I know, and I was so busy today. I normally make people edibles when they come to, but I was
they had some edibles when I came.
That's what he was telling me. X was like, they're gonna try to get you fucked up. I'm like, I'm with all of that.
I want you to have a good time and be comfortable and you know, relax. Because I feel like that's better. That makes for better comedy. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you're a comedian, but you got jokes. I mean, I know you're a rapper, but you got jokes. I mean, you was cracking jokes at the show.
She definitely got some comedian in her.
You was cracking.
I was cracking, but you.
I walked in. This thing. I didn't even say shit. Wasn't introduced nothing. I just walked in the door and he got on my head. I said, damn, this one of them niggas. I can't even get in the door and do this shit.
Y'all need to be recording. Now you
y'all gotta say some. This shit was camera.
I'm like, are y'all recording?
This one
I come in, this nigga get on the mic. Oh, it's a washed up salt and pepper. Damn. I just got here. Damn.
I did not say that.
He definitely I had on a fucking like army fatigue jacket, and it was the timing.
Man.
The joke was good. The timing was appropriate. So,
yeah, she looked like she just came straight out of the night.
I had a beanie on, all type of shit. So I was spot on. But I was like, damn, I just walked in the door. Shit.
Like she came straight out the night. Like she's finna beat some niggas up. Like.
You had on a little cute glasses.
Yes. She was looking mad gangster thugging and the delicious. I was like, I ain't never had a girl with a face before, but she be the first.
Look, this is the thing. Myke went in and then complimented me. I said, you know what, I'm gonna take it on the chin because he did give me love after he clowned me. So
and then I mentioned that to Sheba because she came through and I talked to her and I was like, you were a good sport because I did get on your head a little bit and you didn't get all like Hollywood like what the fuck, I'm a star nigga, you can't be making fun of me. Like you was cool about it. And I appreciate that. You was a good sport. I think it's something called I know that's just Ash.
Like that white girl, she got mad.
Oh yeah, she got hot.
If you've never been to like a black comedy show, I can see you not understanding.
But
because it's like you'll feel offended, but it's like if you know the routine of how to, it's like it ain't no pressure, just jokes. You know what I'm saying?
Jokes.
Like,
that's all it is. It's just jokes. It's just having a good time. And if you can't laugh at yourself, you can't laugh at nobody.
Yeah.
And a lot of my comedy is about the stupid shit that I do. It happens to me, so I make fun of myself more than anybody.
Yeah.
But a lot of the shit that I go through, what I do, happens to me is funny.
Yeah.
And my view, my point of view, my opinion on shit is funny. So a lot of the jokes that I be telling, like, really don't even be jokes. That shit that's just me.
Yeah.
So it's not like
just natural conversation.
Right, you know, it's just when I'm on stage, it's like my actual personality is just amplified to 100. Yeah. Like I can the gloves is off. Like I'm not at work, I'm not at home. I can say what I want to say. Yeah. And it's like I can't get in trouble. And that's just me. It's the best thing about being a comedian is that I can be 100% me. Right. But let's go ahead and kick this episode off. What's up, world? We back with another episode of CHiLLiN with Myke the comedian, and tonight we have I'm known for having the dopest guest And tonight is no different. I want to give a round of applause for my latest guest, the hottest local artist. She will body a lot of these niggas in OKC, me included, if I decided to rap. So give it up for the girl. She is K.O. What's going on, Kay?
What's poppin', right? I'm honored to be here. Like I said, y'all had the Blunt Road, and y'all had beverages and all type of shit. So I'm just happy to be here, man.
I try really hard to have customer appreciation and customer service. Cause you know what?
It's A1. If the weed is rolled, it's A1, y'all.
You heard it from her. It's A1 if the weed is rolled.
And the weed is good weed. You didn't give me no bullshit.
No bullshit.
It's good weed. I cough when I hit it, so I want to come back.
Oh,
I'm already
shit.
honored
She's
to be
coughing.
here. So. It's not COVID. It's the Kush. I promise.
It's not the COVID. It's the Kush. That's the anthem for this episode. And I'm gonna steal this lighter. So, Kay, tell everybody about you, where you come from, and what you got going, man.
Okay. I go by the name of K.O. Like you said, I'm an artist here, rapper / singer, in Oklahoma City by way of Enid, Oklahoma, which is where I was born and raised. You know, it's a little bit of a mix and everything. It's R&B, neo soul, trap rap, shit. It gets lyrical at times. It's like, yo, if you like music, I'm on everything that she is K.O. Just check it out.
And that was a thing to me that I didn't know. I thought you was just specifically a rapper.
Yeah.
But I didn't know you be singing and other things too. So I was like, okay, I'm sure they got more. Like, she's the jack of all trades.
Yeah.
Have you got into the producing side of the music yet? Like making beats or anything?
Not yet. I definitely want to. Like, Missy Elliott is one of like my biggest influence, and I love the fact that like she learned how to make her own shit. And like a lot of the songs that she writes for other artists, she produces the beats for. So I want to get into that shit at some point.
Okay.
But I'm one of the people that just like, I have to be hands-on learning, and I open that software and be trying to figure that shit out, and it's like, I'm not there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit look like hieroglyphics or some shit. I don't know what the fuck.
Bro, let me tell you. The weekend that I bought this audio box and this laptop and all this software to do my podcast,
yeah,
it was like I was looking at Greek when I plugged all this shit in and was trying to save and do all this. Because this audio box and all of this stuff that I use for my podcast is technically for like a producer.
Yeah.
This is all like mini studio type shit.
Yeah.
What I use it for is the bare minimum of what it can
just
do.
record natural vocals.
That's it. That's pretty much what I've been using it for. But this app and this software has so many things that it can do. Like, I was ready to throw this shit against the wall after 4 hours of fucking with it. Like, I couldn't get it. I couldn't make heads or tails of it. I'm watching YouTube videos.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm about to just go back to old tape recorder and tapes and do it that way. But
nah, even that shit though, Mike. Like, we're watching that shit on YouTube. I put up some videos for some studio software I got, and they wasn't even speaking my language.
Man,
so
like,
if you don't know what the fuck is going on, like.
And like I said, I'm scratching the surface of what this application and software can do for what I'm using it for. But like, and I looked at it and I'm telling my girlfriend, like, man, I don't understand, like, what the fuck? I'm getting so frustrated. She was like, Mike, you're not gonna learn how to be a producer in 12 hours. It's just not gonna work. Like, you have to work at it. So I took a whole week before I incorporated it to the podcast and just figured out what I needed to do with it to where I needed to get what I needed done.
That's real shit, yeah. So,
but if I wanted to get my Scott Storch on, I might, you know what I'm saying, give X a run for his money. He don't want me making beats.
Y'all don't ever fuck with music at all, Mike? Like,
okay, I'm gonna tell you a story.
Let's go.
Only time I ever tried to, this is my first and only musical experience or whatever. When I was in like 4th grade, I tried out for the elementary talent show. And I went to the auditions. Guess what I sang?
What?
Michael Jackson, Lady in My Life.
Okay.
Of all fucking songs. And this is like,
shit,
I'm like 8 years old, I'm in there like, there'll be no darkness tonight. Yeah. Like, I'm in there trying to hit it, like, you know what I'm saying? And obviously I didn't make it. So as I said, and they called me and they told me, it was like, hey man, we didn't have, they said it nicest way they possibly could. They was like, we didn't have enough room for everybody. Yeah. So, but if you want to work the lights, you could. I was like, nah, I'm going to work the lights. So that was my only time I ever tried to do some musical shit.
Yeah.
I mean, but everybody, every black kid had they 1 to 2 times they sang in the choir.
Yeah.
I hated that shit.
You think that's some cultural shit with like black people in music? Like, you think that's some shit that's like embedded in their culture where everybody at some point?
If you listen to a lot of like singers, backstory, it all started in church. All the great ones started singing in church. Even me.
Yeah.
I performed my first bit of comedy at church.
Okay.
Like, and I was supposed to be talking about the building fund, but I had just watched Eddie Griffin the night before, and I think I was like 11 or 10 years old. And I just watched Eddie Griffin Dysfunctional Family the night before.
So let me ask you this, like, what was the thing, like, when you watch that shit that makes you be like, nah, this is what I want to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, with comedians, I guess I've never really got to ask nobody to do comedy a question like that. It's like, so to hear your influence was Eddie Griffin, it's like, well, damn, what was it that you saw that was like, nah, I'm finna fuck with this?
A lot of the shit that Eddie Griffin talked about in that particular comedy show, I was going through, or I've been through. Like, lying to my mom and getting my ass beat, trying to sneak girls in and out the house. Daddy wasn't around, shit like that. Me and him had a lot in common.
Yeah.
And him being his views on certain shit, like, just Eddie's a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
And I am too, kind of. His like personal views and the way he thought about certain things, like, I feel the same way.
Right.
Like, I was growing up watching comedy shows like that shit was church. Like, it was damn near religious to me because I was just sitting there and just soaking it all in. Like, I remember growing up watching Dave Chappelle and then reciting his jokes in front of my pastor and my mom, embarrassing the shit out of her. Yeah. And she looking at me like, shut the fuck up.
Right.
And I'm just like, but that's just me though. Like, I've always been like that kid that said inappropriate shit. Yeah. Or just that kid that talked to adults on their level. And that pissed adults off the most. Like, when I was able to like confer with them at their level, I always got in trouble behind this.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
But enough about me. Let's talk about me.
Okay. Let's do it.
Now, you were saying that you were you doing a whole bunch of post events. You were saying you were doing?
Well, I'm trying to like work on some social distance events. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like with this COVID shit, I'm starting to know what everybody got going on. So I'm trying to find like unique, creative ways to still be able to keep working in the midst of what's going on. But it's like yeah, you know, just finding creative ways to do shit and being able to keep people safe. But it's like we was talking about off camera, it's like, regardless of what you do, you know what I'm saying, you taking a risk once you leave the house. So it's like, I don't want to put too much of it on myself, because it's like, I don't want to trip myself out about it. I don't want nobody to get sick or pass away from coming to my event, but it's like, once you left your house, it's kind of like it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go to the gas station, touch the pump wrong, and
it's rap.
Yeah, so I mean, what can I say?
I mean, given the situation and the timing of all the things that's happening, like, I get the social distancing part, but like, the world could use laughter, and we really, I mean, it sucks that this COVID shit happened around the time that it happened with all this Black Lives Matter shit, because we, you know, the separation makes it even worse.
Can we jump into the fucking conspiracy theorist part yet? Because I have a question on that.
Go ahead. What's your...
I know it's not politically correct, but it's like, even with that, and it's, I don't want to sound like ignorant or one of the people that's like taking the George Floyd shit and making it lighter than what it was. You know what I'm saying? That's not what I'm trying to do. But it's like, I feel like the government will take shit, put it on the media, and like hype that shit up to distract us from what the fuck they really doing. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like they did that with the George Floyd situation, the protest and all of that shit. I felt like that's what happened.
It's funny you said that, because another comedian that I listened to and watched said the same shit. Chris Rock said the same shit back in '99 when he was like, the government always want to put some shit in your face, so you don't look over here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, pay attention to this, so you don't look at this shit. And I totally agree with you. Like, it's all coincidental that all these events happen around the same time.
When it's with black people, like, and I think that's where black people miss out, because they don't even know their own power. Because it's like, they'll take some shit like that and magnify it, because they know that if your attention was really on the real shit that's going on, how powerful that could be. Like, I look at it like that, because it's like, yeah, it's unfortunate what the police is doing and all of this shit that's going on with Black Lives Matter. But that shit that's been going on is not new. Right. None of that shit is new. They've been killing people.
Like, we should be just as mad about George Floyd, but still be just as mad about Emmett Till. Yeah. Like, those situations, we should still be relevant to this day, because it hadn't stopped. Yeah. It didn't stop. It didn't start with Emmett Till.
And I don't want to say like I'm desensitized, but it's like to the point to where it's like, they showed us so many fucking videos of police killing black people. Like I feel like every 3-4 days it's a new one. It's like, and when I see it, I'm not even shocked or traumatized no more. It's like, damn, that's fucked up. They did it again.
The videos are for other people to see. We already knew. We grew up like this. That's for all the other races, so they know. You know, I think. But
I'm thinking, you know what, it's getting to where it's about, I don't know if you're familiar with this term.
The videos are for other people to see. We already knew. We grew up like this. That's for all the other races, so they know. You know, I think. But
I'm thinking, you know what, it's getting to where it's about, I don't know if you're familiar with this term before, but back in the Jim Crow era, they had a term called sundown town.
Okay, yeah. And the no blacks allowed shit, right? Okay.
Pretty much sundown, if you black, get your ass in the house.
Yeah.
And it's getting to where it's starting to get to where it's looking like that again. Like, it's a sundown town. Like, when the sun is down, get your motherfucking ass home.
Cause it's ever gonna be a point where like black people really do revolt against like all this shit that's going on. Like,
I'm waiting.
Like, rise up.
I'm waiting for the day.
The police and the government and all this racist shit. Like, do you think that there'll ever be a time when that actually do happen?
I hope so, and I'm hoping I'm young enough to fight when it happens. Like, I hope I'm not like 85 when this shit happens, but even if I am, you're gonna see my 85-year-old ass with my walker and my rifle outside. Fuck them crackers.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Fuck it. I ain't tripping. I ain't gonna shoot me singing that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna die that motherfucker.
I just be like, that same shit, you know, remember whenever Kanye said that shit about slavery, you know what I'm saying? And everybody hyped on it saying like, it was by choice. Totally wrong, incorrect, just some dumb shit to say.
Only choice you had, you to get on the fucking boat or die.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, him saying that was wrong, but whenever he tried to like break it down and explain and be like, look, like, it's so many of us, like, trying to overthrow them and shit like that, like, not trying to rally together and do that. Kanye the wrong
Kanye know his soft ass. If he was in Africa and they rode up in the boat, Kanye know his soft ass would have been the first nigga on the boat. Because he know he can't fight.
He wasn't gonna do shit.
He wasn't finna fight it. He wasn't finna fight, let nothing die, bust a grape, die, goddamn thing. His goof ass would have been talking to himself on the fucking boat.
What do you think they're distracting? They're trying to distract everybody from?
And to be honest with you, that's the part that I'm really, I guess that like really piques my interest, because it's like, we got all this Trump shit going on.
Right.
This shit where it's like, he's kind of putting the okay stamp on the racist narrative. It's like, it's okay to be racist. You know, I'm racist. I don't like these motherfuckers either. You know what I'm saying? Like, he making that shit cool to do. So the white people bold like shit. I don't got no problem trying to fuck with these niggas, because the president gonna give me a pardon if something happened. He gonna support me in the shit that the shit with the nigga, who came to the protest and shot the people.
Right.
Trump like fake backing him. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, he was in danger. They was more than likely gonna kill him, and it's like, them people showed up for a peaceful protest. He came with that assault rifle.
He killed a white person.
So to say this shit is ignorant off top. You know what I'm saying? So
it's coming to where it's like, it's my worst fears are starting to realize, and it's like, okay, people are starting to catch on.
Yeah.
Cops can do it. You get away with it.
Why can't just regular everyday white people? Yeah.
Is it crazy that I think Trump was a necessary evil though?
Well, why you say that?
Because I think that, and sometimes like now that like when I always see it and come like, would this revolt, would the Black Lives Matter movement be even as strong as it is if he wasn't in office? Because Black Lives Matter came out before he was in office, right?
Yeah, Ferguson.
Right. okay. But
damn, and that's how fucked up it is. I can't even say
it was. Yeah, it was Mike Brown. Okay, so it was Mike Brown, right? Okay, but yeah, it took off, and we protested here. I went to the protest here then too for that.
Yeah.
But like the way it didn't took off now, if he wasn't the president and have all this, and like you said, make it okay for people to be racist, where people feel like I have to say something, like I gotta say something. And this like I'm over it. I feel like he made people be like, you know what, fuck this. Just like he made them feel like it was okay to come out and say whatever the fuck they want to, which is what they be doing, or do whatever the fuck they want to. I also think it brought us to the point where we like, you know what, fuck it. I'ma say what I feel. I'ma stand up for myself. I'ma support my community. I'ma support, the movement and stuff like that. I don't think it would have I know it's crazy, but I think he pushed people to the point of being so fucking fed up that they just want to back the shit and
I think I think you're right for sure. But on the flip side of that, with that Trump shit, what I like about it is that I like my races out front and open. I don't want you hiding, faking like you cool with black people. Like, Trump made it okay for them motherfuckers to stand up in the room, and it's like I needed to see you, so I'm cool.
Yes,
with it. It's like you
exactly.
been faking like you was cool. We've been working together for
Yes.
years, but it's like that motherfucker made you stand up in your racism.
Yeah.
Cause it's like that's one thing that these white people gonna do. They gonna argue you down about some Trump shit,
Yeah.
and you see which side of the spectrum they really stand on. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing about the Trump shit. He brought them racist white motherfuckers out. They had to come to the forefront. Like they had to stand on that. Like,
and they at the school, they at the bank, they at work.
Like motherfuckers you never would have thought, but now that Trump made it okay, they a little more confident saying that with their chest. You know
and it's not just white.
Yeah,
it's not just white.
Oh man, fucking Asians, Mexicans, everybody. Like, and I think what's fucked up is that in race, the tier of how they determine like. And it sounds fucked up, but it's like overall, the white man is the top tier of the human beings. You know what I'm saying? Like it's him, and then they try to give it the issue like it's black people because they was here. You know, they was here with us, so we'll put them next. Mexicans, Asians, however they mix up the two. You know what I'm saying? Mexicans come in the bottom below them because the Asians make more money. You know what I'm saying? Like the way that they set that up for minorities and determining whose dollar is worth more or some shit like that. If that makes sense to y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like
I got you.
And I'm not speaking from an educated place, so if I sound crazy, it
no,
might not make no sense. Like,
I get it. You know, a lot of shit that goes on in the United States don't make sense, and we don't have all the answers. And of course, you know, when I think of the black man in America, I think of a big fuck you.
Yeah.
I feel like that's how America feels about African Americans. Period. It's just like you here, we brought you here, but we don't want you here. You know, so it's like, I mean, I'm not a soldier, I'm not a veteran, I never fought wars, but I know people that have, and got parents that have, and for that man to say some shit like that about them people, because my parents met in the military.
Yeah.
So it kind of fucked me up a little bit, like, damn, like these people go over, because they don't have to.
Yeah.
And they fight for us. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to do, they can do anything.
And it's some fucked up Americans who will look at that and be like, well, that's a choice that they made. It's like, the right for you to even be able to say that wild shit is like, is what they fight for. You know what I'm saying?
But at the same time, it's like, I think the American veteran gets a shittier rap just like the black man because they go over there and almost get their ass shot off and come back and all they get is free meals and fucking IHOP.
Yeah.
That's
real shit.
Like, but you see like veterans working like fucking stock jobs and this nigga that
if they can find a job, if they not
or they be homeless.
The whole one
they homeless.
It's homeless. It blows my mind because I'm like, it's funding for everything in America, but you mean the people who fight for just the regular everyday freedom.
Like
y'all can't even guarantee them housing.
You know what I'm saying? Like they get spit on. But here's my solution. This is my idea. I mean, it's not my idea, but this is something I saw on social media, and I was like, bet.
Yeah.
19 black families put their money together and bought like you heard about that, right?
I seen that shit.
Like if we could just do that somewhere else, like not even here.
You know how hard it is to get 19 black people on the same page?
Right, I understand.
But I it sound fucked up.
Right,
it's like, damn, I'm thinking like 19 on the same on one accord. And
like,
right about it.
Like, that's some like
that's
but Obama said it himself. He was like, if we could get that kind of unity, if we could get that kind of togetherness, we could change some shit.
We could change the world if we get that kind of unity.
You know what I'm saying? Like
motherfuckers be for self. They be on some selfish shit, and I be like, people really don't understand how much strength it is in the numbers.
Like,
you know
but it's because black people is hard and so bad like that because they being dog eat. I think it's how we was raised. It's what we seen, and so like that's a part of it too. Like we institutionalized almost just living in America as a black person. I feel, because we been, either you can say I'm gonna have to be the best at everything if I want to make stuff come true, or I'm gonna get eaten alive in some shit. Like you don't feel like your chance is the same as everybody else. So you work a lot harder on shit, and so you always is for yourself and on yourself come up because you work for it.
Like not even on some like fantasy type shit, but if we could build our own Wakanda, nigga.
Yeah.
Fucking United States, like
nigga, we could outlook on the fucking. My bad, Mike. I didn't mean to touch.
Right now, if we could build our own Wakanda, it would be no more George Floyds and Mike Browns and Breonna Taylors.
Yeah.
This shit wouldn't happen again.
Yeah.
And like I guarantee you,
if we was policing our own people. Like, yeah.
Exactly. If there was such a place was real, after that first few shit would have happened, like they'd have came over here.
Yeah.
Tripping.
Yeah.
They'd have came and got us.
It would have been some war type shit. Like, yeah.
Like, word up. Like, seriously, they wouldn't have let this shit happen for too much longer. They came and got us. This shit was real.
I'm one of them people that just like, them people don't need to be policing like the neighborhoods in those areas if you're scared of those people. I'm like, I really believe like people that's from those areas that know those people need policing the neighborhood. Cause it's like if I know Lil James up the street,
you know
even if you're a crackhead, it's like even if James a crackhead. If you come outside, you tripping. I know what James on.
Right.
We all know a crackhead. It's like I know what you gonna do.
The only thing about that is like policing our own neighborhoods and shit like that. The only issue is that ain't a whole lot of brothers trying to be cops.
Yeah,
just keep it real.
But we gotta change the narrative on what cops
change
is. They hate it. Like we've been conditioned to hate police. Like just the way that we see shit. The way that we see police, it's like, no, hell no, I would never want that fucking job. For what? You know what I'm saying? But it's like, if you start seeing that you can actually make some change with it, like we can get black people in those roles and put them in our neighborhood.
If I can be like,
that make a world of difference.
If I can be like one of them cops in the 50s in like London and shit, just walk around with the stick and the whistle and the hat and just do that shit all day, like I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Cause them was easy. I can do that shit all day and make like $15 an hour. That's fine, but I actually have to like fight crime and shit is when I get like. Hold up. Let me call some real cops.
Right. But it's gonna be like a whole different city though. Like, yeah, still shit gonna still happen, but like she said, like you gonna know where somebody coming from. Like, you know how they killing people who's mentally ill or whatever. Yeah. Well, no, I know James' mama. I know he got, you know, that something wrong with baby boy.
I'm not scared. He put out in the street naked. He was doing that 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, let me call his mama. You know what I mean?
I want to note that both of y'all said the crackhead was James. And I don't know why that James is just the go-to crackhead name for y'all. Do y'all know a lot of crackheads' names? Is that the crackhead name is James?
No,
I was keeping the story the same. I was James.
I just want to point, like, cause when I think crackhead for some reason, I want to say Lester.
I was gonna say Carl. Yeah.
I know a nigga named Carl.
Everybody know a nigga named Carl.
And he was kind of off. And he was hey, shout out to Carl. He watching this. I work with that nigga. He was kind of off. Yeah, that nigga was kind of off. Like so, but I was gonna say like for me, my crackhead name would have been Lester.
That's a real one too.
Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate. I think it's like every Lester that I've ever seen. I only know only time I ever met a Lester was on TV. Right? Only Lester I've known was on TV, and it was always a bad guy.
Okay.
And his name was Lester. So shout out to all the niggas that's named Lester that's actually cool, that don't do drugs, but television shows have given niggas with the name Lester a bad rap. Cause Lester rhymes with molester. So we just assume. Okay, I'm sorry. I was wanting to be silly. You guys are being mad serious. I had to crack some jokes and kind of lighten the mood.
Do your thing. However you want to take it, you got it, man. Like I said, I ain't trying to get too deep with it, but you know, shit. That black shit gets deep sometimes, man.
Hey, you know what? Fuck it. Touch the bottom of the ocean, but just on the way, I'm gonna say some funny shit.
Yeah, do that.
What else? So have you heard about the chemtrails?
No.
You know what the chemtrails are?
No,
Ooh.
Please enlighten me.
Ooh. Okay, so like you ever seen those like line clouds?
Yeah.
In the sky kind of look like lines of cocaine?
Yeah. Yeah.
In theory, allegedly, the government sprinkles mood changing gases into the atmosphere to alter the moods and behavior of people in the inner city.
Okay.
I've been told this by several people. Don't know if it's true, but if it is, it makes a lot of sense. It seems like some shit that they would do. I mean, they do other shit to poison. They put other shit in our foods, especially in prisons.
And some people heard about this. The shit that was happening with the fireworks in New York, like after the protest was happening, where they were saying that the police was giving the people in the inner city like all these fucking industrial fireworks to set them shits off, to like make sure that people wasn't getting sleep, that they was irate, to like have people on edge and all type of like some type of mental shit they were trying to do to fuck with them, like weeks and weeks and some shit. But it's kind of like that's where it's like, I don't know if it's true if they was really doing that shit, but they also said the police was people that was damaging the shit in the riots too. So I mean,
I heard
it's all kind of weird shit like that.
I heard that it was also like officers dressed as civilians.
Yeah.
that was, you know.
No, Mike, let me ask you this, and this is just to make it more lighthearted. Did you see where they confirmed the existence of aliens and everybody acting like they didn't confirm this shit was real?
Oh, how much time you got?
No, real shit. There was a report on CNN like confirming unknown objects and shit, and I'm like, they've been telling us our whole life that this shit was not real, this was in movies and shit, and then all of a sudden one day they was like, yeah, we don't know what the fuck that is, and everybody was just like, okay,
Black Lives Matter. Nigga, they just said aliens was real.
I do remember seeing something like some footage or something that was floating in the sky.
No, they confirmed it. Mike, I ain't saying that shit. They confirmed that shit was real, and niggas just breezed on past it because like all the protests and shit was going on, and all this Trump shit. And I'm like, at what point do it get to where I be looking at shit like it's bigger than race? And I'm sorry, y'all, it's gonna go left because the drink is kicking in and it's lit. But yeah, it's like I started looking at shit like. It ain't even about black and white no more. Like, as human beings, we getting fucked up out here. The government doing all this wild shit. Niggas ain't even looking at it like it's bigger than some race shit. We all get fucked.
Yeah,
like,
that's fact.
We all get fucked. Like, it's not even about no black and white shit because it's like this COVID shit. You can go outside and get sick just like me. That shit don't give a fuck about how much money you done made or the area that you in or no shit like that.
I just connected the dots, nigga. COVID didn't happen from no fucking bat. Some alien shit, nigga.
Nah,
boom.
No, but I'm fucking with you on that because they've been over in China eating bats for hundreds of years. That shit ain't new. You know what I'm saying? Like, they've been doing that since forever. Y'all, okay. This is the first time that one of the bats was ever contaminated over all this time that it went that far.
I mean,
they eat cats and dogs and all kinds of shit.
Well, it just evolved because coronavirus is a form of like SARS, so it's just like a evolved.
See, now enlighten, because I told you I don't be educated, and you actually know the medical shit, so enlighten me, because I be looking at some shit like, I don't know what the fuck this is, but the story they telling don't make no sense.
It had to evolve out of something, because like, it, like, you know, like when people was looking like on the back of their lifestyle cans and shit, and it was like already on there.
Yeah, shit like that. Like, what the fuck?
Shit that evolved from something.
If it just got here, how y'all already had some shit prepared to. The country was what, $6 trillion in debt, and then whenever this COVID shit hit, they pulled $2 trillion out of nowhere.
Right.
What was the Flint water shit, like 90 million that they needed? And I'm like, y'all pulled $2 trillion out of nowhere. And it was like, yeah, we gonna give y'all $1,200 to kind of just keep everybody chill. Like when they started handing out them checks, he was like, I ain't sure about shit that's going on. That ain't gonna give us that money. I ain't worried about where they got the money from. We gonna take the shit.
They got the money from us.
That's what I'm saying. But they been had it, and all the shit that we need, they can take care of it. And like they really fooling us, making us think, oh well, there has to be poverty, there has to be homeless. No, motherfucker, y'all taking this money out of everybody's check.
And then gave their friends so much more than we got. That shit is crazy how much more money that he gave like the other businesses, his friends' businesses and things like that. Like I'm like, that's crazy.
But then let me ask you about this shit. Did y'all see that fucking that Jeff Epstein shit on Netflix?
Hell yeah.
Do y'all think that a lot of this shit that's going on with this government shit, it play into like them higher ups who was into that fucking that pedophilia ring and they doing favors to cover it up and save niggas? You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, cause it was some higher up niggas on them lists that they had.
I heard Bill in there.
I heard Bill up in there. I said Chris Tucker was on one of them planes. I was like, you don't know what the fuck these motherfuckers is out here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like when the girls was telling the stories of what these people was doing, it's all these higher up politicians, these rich ass celebrities, like they come to this island doing this wild shit. You know what I'm saying? With these girls from these lower inner city neighborhoods, and like if you find a 15-year-old, not to be fucked up, not to like victim bash no shit like that, but you find a 15-year-old who kind of fast, she outside trying to find her way, living her life on, and you tell her, hey, look, we'll pay you $300 to come to this party with this old man and rub him down. She in the hood. She like, shit, I need that $300. I got 6 brothers in my room. Like, I need $300. You know what I'm saying? Like, we fucked up over here. She go up there to go do the shit, go in there to creepy old white man, and that nigga like, if you go back to your neighborhood and bring me another girl, I'll give you $600 for each girl that you bring back. That sounds like some logical shit to me in the hood that you could get away with doing.
That's how that
you know
shit
what I'm saying?
Like,
that's
facts. That's how they work.
Trafficking shit started.
Yeah, like.
But back in the day, but I think they try and go on them old white men. You know, they like, I don't know. You know how in other countries and like long ago they married off them girls like at 13 and 14 and 12.
Yeah.
And that shit.
That was like the minute that you old enough to get your period, you old enough to have your own life. Like,
it's weird because like the society has changed so much. They need to. With that shit.
I feel like all this shit is tied in. That Wayfair shit. You see the Wayfair shit with the furniture bins? Like where they had something to do with that the child trafficking ring. They was like
oh yeah,
they was naming them bins after missing kids. And like if you wanted to buy it, the bin was like 15 racks, and like you could get the bin that was named after the missing kid. You could Google their name and what state they came from and see photos of them and shit. I was like, yo, this shit is twisted. Like,
how just shit.
No bullshit, Mike. Like that shit blew my mind to see some shit like that. I'm like, you don't know where they hiding this shit that they doing in broad daylight.
They
like,
obsession with kids, that shit is weird as fuck.
It's wild, but that get you into like with that Illuminati shit where niggas start talking about where they having rituals with that satanic shit. All them rich ass white niggas going into the mountains and praying to some rock together and shit. It's all type of shit that's going on over motherfuckers' heads that they don't even realize. You know what I'm saying? Like right in your face.
Yeah, it's a lot of shit you don't know unless you get into it.
Yeah,
and it's like we have world wonders in the world that we don't even know what the fuck's doing here. Like Stonehenge, nobody knows who did that shit. So it's.
What about shit like Bigfoot, fucking Sasquatch, and all of that shit?
It might be out there, man.
The shit, what's the shit in the ocean? The Loch Ness Monster and shit. I ain't one of them motherfuckers that think it's too far fetched. I ain't going to the depths of the oceans to know what the fuck is going on. Who's to say some wild shit could be out there?
It's a whole nother world down there. The Earth is covered with 70% water, so we don't know what the fuck's out there.
We just finally got proof that aliens is real, like right now this year, and we've been hearing about that shit since the beginning of time. So it's like now, just today. So maybe in 100 years, they'll be like, the Loch Ness Monster, that shit out there.
I mean,
you don't know. We seen some shit too.
I wouldn't be surprised if some shit just parked out in the hood. It was like, all right. I mean,
real shit.
We out here. I mean, honestly, if ET show up, I feel like it might give black people a chance.
Yeah.
Like, hey, kill them niggas. Hey, kill the white niggas.
No, the aliens fuck around and fuck with us because they see
what's
going on real shit.
Don't worry about your oppressed brother.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Hey, don't let the aliens come back look like us. They black and shit. Like, oh, nigga.
Okay, let's get into that because I think about shit like that and I be like, these motherfucking humans. And it's like, I'm one of the people that be looking at people like Elon Musk and fucking certain celebrities like, no, this motherfucker is an alien. This ain't no regular motherfucker. This nigga is weird. It's something that ain't right about this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, certain motherfuckers go home and take that skin off at night. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. If they eyes too far apart and shit, I don't trust people whose eyes is real far apart. It make me uncomfortable. Them niggas is aliens. That's how I feel.
It just makes me wonder, like, Africa is like so ripe with so many natural resources that we pillage and take from it, but if America was so great, why don't we have them resources here?
Right.
Just, you know, it's called the motherland for a reason, you know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of this shit that comes in, like, I can go all day about this shit, but it's like, it makes me wonder, because a lot of the shit that, you know, they put in the Bible will make you think, because not to, like, knock people's religion and beliefs and all that good stuff, and all that stuff, but I just feel like sometimes, I feel like the United States uses religion as a form of mind control.
Okay, so then how you connect the religion to slavery? You know, when they be talking about that shit about how that's some shit they gave to us to keep us in check.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, they use it as a way to keep minorities down, because in the Bible it say money is the root of all evil. Yeah. But what do you need in the United States to live? Right. You know, so they make you believe that it's cool to be living in poverty while you on earth because your riches is in heaven. Right. How come I can't have my riches now? No, I'm with you on that shit. You know I don't like that shit at all. Like, you know, I'm not feeling that. Like, that's one part. I'm sorry, but that's one part where the Bible gonna miss me with that, because I don't know about. And I fuck with God the long way, but y'all they can miss me with all of that. No, man. They say I want my riches on this side. Like one of the things that struck out the most, they say the worth of a prostitute is a loaf of bread. That's bullshit, because these hoes is asking for $60-$40. Period. For just some lightweight shit, and like I seen one on motherfucking OnlyFans hit $1 million. Yeah, I seen that shit too. On OnlyFans, I'm like, loaf bread my ass. No, I wish. With OnlyFans, that brung out a lot of these weirdo niggas that was in and I'm like, niggas will pay that kind of money just to look at a bitch feet all day? Yeah. Like, I'm not even on to what extreme the weirdness goes, but it's like, no, these bitches is getting 100 racks a month off niggas who just sitting there washing your toes. I think OnlyFans is like local porn. Yeah. Because if you do the OnlyFans in your area, you probably know a lot of them bitches. Yeah. You fuck with Snapchat? Uh-huh. Okay, so I don't know if your timeline, this shit didn't happen, but like, I be seeing the girls who prostituting on Snapchat now, because you know, like, that's the easier social media app to do that on. You know what I'm saying? It's like with the disappearing messages shit, even though niggas can save this shit, it's like,
they just more comfortable doing that shit over
Because
there.
it goes by itself.
And it's the 24-hour run out.
Yeah,
It's not like a
it
profile
links
you
by
can run
itself.
back and scroll and see. It's like that shit gone.
Yeah.
So it's like they'll be posting their rates and shit. I seen a bitch post some shit talking about $350 and the shit. I was like, these bitches look like they in poverty for real. Niggas is paying $350 over there. I know my pussy worth $7. Hell no, and these bitches is set. Like I'm talking about they going next, hit the button, the next snap, this bitch fucking niggas is paying for this shit.
Yes, it is like I've never paid for OnlyFans, but I'll subscribe to like the free joints. Like I catch deal and shit. You know what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers is free. They'll do a little free preview and I'll sign up for them shits and I'll look catch a little free joints, but I ain't giving up no money. Really? Porn is free, then fuck you.
That's all I on. Like porn is free.
Porn
like,
is free.
Even this weird shit that these niggas doing, y'all paying $14-15 a month to look at a bitch feet, but it's like it's weird shit like that that's free online too. Like these bitches on there sitting on cakes and balloons and all type of wild shit. Motherfuckers is paying to see it. And I'm like, maybe I'm just, cause like my mind, thoughts like that don't even formulate in my mind.
If
like,
I want to see some feet, Pornhub, feet,
right, like,
all day, free. I don't get it.
Shit going on.
I don't get it, nigga. Like, no, like I would never. And it's crazy, cause like they be having the girls on there, the OnlyFans, they be having $15, $30.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm like, $15, $30. I can go get some real pussy.
No, for real. Hey, some bitches out on the what is that? The east side. I ain't from the city, but it's one of these blocks out here. And there be some bitches walking up. They selling pussy over there. I don't even know what the name of that street is. There's some bitches outside really with the shit. Like
even at the strip club, they be in there trying like I'll pay for the dance or whatever. They be like, well, you know, you give me like trying
the extra 60.
Right, and I'm like no, cause I know shorty like on the east side do it for 30. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like
shit.
Like no, I know where I know where the discounts is at. So I'm like, no, like I'm not. And it's the thing that fucks me up the most is like it be the girls that you would never think to have an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
It be the ones on how she was like.
But I don't understand. I guess where I lose people is like with the men. Why not they taking more? Because it's like bitches be just as thirsty as these niggas be. You be surprised these weird bitches will pay for. It's
I don't know what
men's holdback is with that. I'm like,
I have a holdback. I'm not finna just be jacking off and cameras and shit. Like
if you could get 100 bitches to pay $35 a month to watch you jacking off, you wouldn't do it.
Find the bitches first.
Okay, I'm saying. But in theory, tell me in theory if that's
like if you
and you know it's at least 100 weird bitches that would do that. Like they paying this. Like
yeah, but
it might be some weird. I'm talking about weird bitches.
Feel
it's like
mad, degraded.
It's a prize.
It's a prize. Like I just be in there and just like
yeah.
I wouldn't look at the camera and shit. I'd be looking away. My meat be getting soft.
Even fucking celebrities. This celebrity look like what is it, nigga? Safari, Nicki Minaj ex-boyfriend. That nigga had one. Like
did he really?
Well,
he got his shit got leaked, so he kind of got talked into it. Cause he sent a picture to somebody. Yeah. They leaked it, and then like Doc Johnson was like, "Yo, let me make a mold of your dick." So he kind of got.
He got the bag on the back.
Yeah, like, so it's like, why not? You already got a mold of your shit out there.
But it just that blew my mind with me, and I was like, it's such a market for that shit.
I would be more comfortable if they molded my dick than
versus doing OnlyFans shit.
Doing OnlyFans thing.
Cause that's just like a one and done. Like you ain't even gotta worry about it. Like that's real shit.
But I just be like super uncomfortable.
There's some wild shit going on.
I mean, cause you like, I don't know, man. I don't think I can just masturbate on key like that.
I'm not one of the people like, kudos to the bitches who can do it, but it's just, I'm not one of those people who is like, I'm already just a super private person in general, the way that I live my life. So it's just like, getting on camera for a large group of strangers just doing some wild shit, that wouldn't even.
My masturbation routine is like extensive, cause like I'll do it for a little bit, then I'll get like sidetracked looking at something else on Facebook. My meat still be out. I have a cigarette.
Just out.
I light a cigarette. I'll send text messages.
Hell no.
Like if I'm here, if I get like a solid hour to just masturbate, whatever, like it'll take an hour.
Masturbation is healthy.
Cause I enjoy it and shit. I try to have fun with it or whatever. So I just
learn your own body.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I be looked at like 20 different videos. I'm on like page 30 and some shit. Like I enjoy it. So it's like for me to invite other people to that shit, it would be.
I mean, but that's the same mind. That just shows like, cause I'm sorry, and it's not judging people, but it's just like I do think that like where would you have mentally be like, Yeah, I'm just gonna pull my dick out, I'm gonna pull my pussy out and put it on the internet, and niggas gonna pay $15 to see it, and that's just, in my mind, that thought ain't even like, it's like, my nigga, I'm ready to get a job. I ain't gonna do all that shit.
And I don't really
like,
think I got the body for that kind of shit. Anybody really check?
You know what? And maybe I'm with you. I'm like, cause I'm a fat girl.
No. You could do it.
No.
Now, you got a market. I'm gonna keep it real with you. You got a market all day if you want to go there.
No.
But
So
I don't think bitches is googling dad bods when they go to OnlyFans and chubby niggas.
Mike, you not listening. Niggas is paying money to watch bitches shit on balloons. You can't tell me that it's not bitches that's somewhere that like dad bods. I'm not buying that. Not
we gonna post. We gonna ask Facebook, Instagram. Do y'all, ladies? Do y'all like
for dad bods? We want to know. I want to know if there's a market for dad bods. I'm asking the world, and hopefully whoever watched this shit, we want to know: is there an OnlyFans market for dad bods? We gonna find out. KL's gonna find out.
It is. I'm sorry. I'm not just looking at niggas as niggas into different type of shit. It's like I'm sure it's a host of bitches that's into wild shit.
I've seen those, like, you ever seen that show, My 600-Pound Life?
Yeah.
It was joints on there where like this one chick gets paid to like eat food, lingerie, but she's like,
yeah,
700 pounds.
Nah, for real.
And I'm like, who the fuck is doing this?
You know, my shit with 600-Pound Life is like, at some point, enablement happens, because it's like, once the motherfucker can't get up out the bed, who's responsible for them still continuing to gain weight?
Like, you giving
know
them food now. Like,
it's like, they don't even get up to go get the shit. It's like, literally, you starve this motherfucker and let them lay there, they gonna lose 100 pounds. So it's like, if you just bringing them water and crackers, like, just enough to keep them alive, like, and they just laying there because they can't get up, that motherfucker gonna lose weight regardless.
But at the same time, if you do that, I think that somebody called on me. Like, you might have to charge though. If
they got water and crackers, you got the bare minimum to survive. It's like, you ain't gonna die. It's like,
I mean, I don't know, if you was 911 dispatch, somebody called you, was like, yo, I'm like 500 pounds, I'm starving. My wife won't bring nothing.
Okay, so then what happens? Tell me, what does 911 do when somebody calls and say that shit?
I don't know.
Like, what is the procedure? I can't get up and I'm hungry, and they not feeding me in here.
Like, I don't know, who do you call?
It's not a human welfare case, because it's like,
you ain't a child, you can't call, like, you ain't a kid, so you can't call.
Yeah.
Child service.
I wonder how that shit work. Like,
I think you call DHS.
Them motherfuckers on the show be having fucking girlfriends and boyfriends, and I be like, that should be wild to me. It'd be like the kids just be bringing them like 6 Big Macs and like 3 Cokes.
Some of them have kitchens in their room and little stoves and fridges and shit. Like, you got a stove and freezer in your fucking bedroom.
They want to cut the wall out to take the motherfuckers to the doctor to get the surgery. But what I love about that shit is that Asian doctor on that show, he be on their head when they come to the office and they be trying to explain why they didn't lose no weight. Like, yeah,
when it gets, I watch it to where like it talks about them, but when it comes to like the surgery and all the cutting on the pieces, gross.
You can't go. Look,
I can't see the gross
even
stuff.
Even if
like,
you don't watch the actual procedure, listen to that doctor and how he be talking to the motherfuckers. Because I'm talking about he be going off like, no, your ass just ain't trying to lose no weight. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, man.
I don't do blood with her like, nigga. I can't watch childbirth. That is like the grossest shit in the fucking world. Like
It was like when you was a kid, like scraping your knees and shit like that, like just send you out of it, you know what I'm saying? Like you start spazzing.
Well, not my own blood didn't bother me. Other people's blood and bodily fluids always bothered me. Like, I was one of them I was like, you ever watch that show, Big Bang Theory? Never mind. But I was like one of the kind of people that like, don't fucking touch me growing up. Like, I wasn't one of those kind of like, run up, touch me kind of kids. Like,
yeah.
I grew up by myself, so I kind of got used to like my person. Like even with my
you had no siblings?
I did, but they were much older than me.
Okay.
So they was at the house by the time I came around, and like my brothers on my father's side were much younger than me, and they lived with their mom, so I didn't see them much. So it was just me and mama for like 15 fucking years.
Yeah. So
my mother wasn't the most affectionate person in the world.
Okay.
So she, so it was just like. Now, like, even to I feel bad sometimes when my kids be like, "Damn, give me a hug," and I'll be like, "Alright."
Yeah.
Well, how about a brisk elbow?
Do you think that plays into like your sense of humor, like your mom not being like super hands-on, lovey-dovey? Do you think kind of just put a funny twist, like how you saw things? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, cause growing up like that, you see other kids that had like mad affectionate parents. Like, don't get me wrong, my mom was affectionate. Don't get, like, we cuddled and all that good stuff. It just wasn't like every day.
Yeah.
Or whatever that shit. She was like, don't fucking touch me in public and shit. Like, it was like kind of at home kind of thing. In public, she was like, nigga, keep your distance. Like, we ain't that cool. Like, I don't want people to know we together. You know, even though we came together, I don't want people to know you and me. So it was like, you know, it wasn't like a bad thing because I wasn't that kind of kid either.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like it was something.
Yeah,
I was cool because like I had my own space and I kind of grew up as the only kid, so I had my own room, TV, toys, and all that shit. So it was like mom's in her room, I'm in my room, and like, you know, we see each other and holler, what's up, nigga? You know?
Yeah.
That's kind of how our relationship was. What's for dinner?
Yeah.
All right, see you in the morning. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
It's all like in your business. Like, was your dad around?
He was summer dad.
Okay.
You know, went down because he lived in Texas.
Yeah.
So I live here, so it was just like 3 months of the summer.
Okay. I see.
Yeah, he was around. Well, you said you from Enid, correct?
Yes, sir.
So what was that like? Did you like? Because when I think of Enid, I think of, I guess, pretty much the same thing people think of home, period. Fucking cows and shit.
Yeah, and then, I mean, you know, just like every other part of Oklahoma, there ain't shit out there with tornado and clean. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a small town. It's very small compared to the city because it's like, it ain't no freeway or no shit like that in Enid. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything is within like 5-10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere that you need to go to, like.
Did you go to high school out there?
It's like one high school, yeah. Enid High School, like. The outer line towns, they have their own little high schools, but it's like the majority of us all go to Enid High School.
So everybody
you know what I'm saying?
knew
Like,
everybody.
Yeah, we got like 3 junior highs and hella elementaries, but it's like everybody know everybody. You know every family, like especially if you're black. It's so few black people that it's hard not to know all of them. Except for like we got a military base out there, so we don't know them people. Okay. But it's like as far as growing up, you know everybody's family. Everybody know everybody. Like it's
so
that type of
you fucked
town.
up at school. Your neighbors knew by the time you got home.
Like it's like this to where my pastor that I grew up with my whole life, him and his wife, they taught classes at my junior high.
Oh damn!
Like that type of shit.
So they probably fucked you up at school, huh?
Yeah, well, no, like God bless the dead, R.I.P. Raymond Baldwin. You know what I'm saying? Like whenever I was in his class, I was one of the, like I was a bad kid. Like I didn't want to do my work. That shit. So it's like I came in his class like, well, shit, I ain't gonna do this project. You want me to do? I don't know shit about no science and no shit like that. And he told the class whenever he gave us this assignment, he was like, you know, this counts for this percentage of your grade. If you don't do the shit, there is no makeup. That's just what it is. So I'm like, shit, I ain't gonna do it. I'm just gonna take the field and move on. I come in there like he called me by my name, Ingram. That's my last name. He's like, Ingram, sit still when class let out. So I stay there. He walked up to me and talking about, you got another week to finish the assignment. I'm gonna call your mom and let her. And I'm saying like, you ain't telling the rest of the kids this shit. Why I gotta make up the assignment? Ain't nobody else get the opportunity to make it up. You making me stay and do the work, but it's like. That small town community, so few black people, you want to see the black people you do see win, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, he was one of those guys, like, no, I'm not going to let you fail.
I had a similar relationship at my elementary school, because my first 9 years of my life, I lived in Tulsa.
Yeah.
But I was born in the city, and we moved. Then, my grandmother's house was so close to my elementary school, I could walk I could see the front door of the school from the front door of my house. Like, I could stand here at the porch and see the school.
Yeah.
And see the front door. And that's how close it was. So, and then like my church was my grandmother's church was about the same distance to the house. So we all kind of was the same way. And I had relatives and I didn't even know. Like I feel like my family put sleepers in fucking school.
Yeah.
Because I had relatives that I didn't even know about. And if I got sent to the office and a relative that was there saw me, I got my ass whooped.
Yeah.
And then sent back to class.
Yeah.
And then when I got home, another ass whooping. Because it was all the community and like Stevens and the Dawsons fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
So, like,
you know that shit different now.
Man.
You know somebody in your neighborhood try to whoop your kids, you gonna fuck them up.
Man, you can fuck around and get shot.
Yeah.
But back then, like, I've gotten whoopings from teachers. I got whoopings from my pastor.
Yeah.
My pastor whooped my ass one time. My neighbors whooped my ass one time. My best friend's mom whooped my ass one time. I got a lot of ass whoopings.
Yeah.
I was one of them kids, like, I tested people.
Yeah, I know, I feel you. I was one of those too, yeah. I feel you 1,000%.
Man, I want to thank you for coming and hanging out with me. This has been dope. I have had way too much weed today. I'm stumped. Shout out to K for Kush for flying the treats for the night. Had us on that roadkill.
And it's definitely
So what's future plans for you, my lady? Oh wait, before you answer that, I've been waiting to ask you this all night. I just remembered.
Yeah.
Tell me about the 2 a.m. video.
Okay.
Cause that was some nice visuals. And where was that shot?
Thank you. Shout outs to my director Aaron. The idea from the video came from the Girl 6 movie by Spike Lee.
Yes, I thought that was the
Like, that
vibe.
was the thing. Like for me, whenever I saw it, it was like, you know, she's actress in Hollywood trying to find her way, you know what I'm saying? Shit don't pan out, shit don't get a job as a phone sex operator, and then she's just trying to find her way back to her dreams. So like,
shout out to Risa Randall.
yeah, man, like it's just a dope ass movie. Like Spike Lee, I'm a fan of like cinematography and the way that they shoot shit. What I love about like Spike Lee, you know those scenes where in every single Spike Lee movie, like it feels like they on a trailer and the body is just moving through the shot, but the shot is not actually moving. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
If you look at, he does that in like every movie, and I think that's like the dopest shit I've ever seen.
She's Gotta Have It does it a lot.
Yeah, so it's like with that shit, with her like panning through like whenever she was in a scene where she was like changing outfits, whenever she's talking to somebody, it's like she's just transforming from a phone sex job to her Hollywood actress, just transitioning. So like with that shit, I wanted to take it and apply it to like music. But like with me, you know what I'm saying? Like they want you to be like this ideal sex symbol, the way that every single female rapper is. And I'm just somebody that like goes against the grain and everything for what it is to be a female rapper. You know what I'm saying? It's like I wanted to showcase that, and I thought that movie theme was a unique way to do it. So it's like, okay, when you come in, you see my manager X at the desk, and it's like, I'm coming in to audition for this record label, and he's telling me to turn around and show my body, and then he tells me to take my top off, and I'm like, no, I'm not feeling that. You know what I'm saying? So then I did. And then you see me getting on the train, going to look for a job with the newspaper and shit, find a job as a phone sex operator. Now, the phone sex operator company, which is where they selling janky deals, it's like a list of the things that you need to be successful in rap. And it's like ass, titties, money, drugs, you know what I'm saying? Like all the typical shit that they throw in the
like
face.
that. Challenge the system. I like that.
Yeah, so
I like that,
it was just that type of thing that I want to roll with and apply it to what I do. That was my plan. So it was actually shot at my manager's wife's job. So I mean, you know, shout outs to them for letting us use that space. Like we went in there and we got to move shit around, and it was just.
Was that here in the city or?
Yeah,
that was here in the city.
Yeah.
What the fuck is a subway at Oklahoma?
You know the train downtown.
Nigga, I'm thinking you in like New York or some shit like that. Shit was shot so fucking good.
Yeah, no.
Like, well, like that can't be here in the city. We ain't got no goddamn subway.
Yeah, downtown, the real part.
My baby mama said she thought it was the subway.
That's what I'm saying. Like, oh shit, the subway. This nigga Hollywood. She all the way in New York shooting videos and shit. Okay,
yeah, no, it's the real car downtown.
That's because I was like, okay, I'm thinking you in New York and shit. That's why I'm like, that's why this nigga's not responding to my messages. This nigga's been flown out to New York and shit, shooting with motherfucking Mr. X or whoever. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I see you over there hanging out with Spike Lee and shit. I'm gonna see you courtside the NBA bubble next year, nigga.
I wish. But yeah, man, like it all just ended up.
Right, they gonna sneak her ass in the bubble. She gonna be sitting next to Spike.
For real,
She gonna be in the remake of Girl 6.
Yeah, man. But I mean, it came together like super dope. I was just happy at the way that I got to display the concept. Like for me, it's always like visually, I always have these dope concepts, but I don't really have a budget for like the ideas in my mind.
But you know what? That's the fairly simple idea. It shouldn't have taken that much money.
Yeah, but it's like if you don't have an office space, you have to find like an office space rental, and like they want an hourly rate. And I'm not a person who do running gun videos. Like I'm gonna be there all day, so it gets like pricey to shoot some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's all type of shit to come with that.
I mean, I can imagine, man. Like, look where we at. I shoot my podcast in my fucking garage. I don't want to pay nobody for location.
Yeah.
And I can't smoke nowhere else.
Yeah.
So it's like, fuck it. I taught myself how to do all of this filming. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And when I had X here, shout out to Xavier Martin, super producer. When I had him on the show, he was like, you got a camera, you got your own setup. Yeah. You could, you know, charge people for photography and shit. Like, it's not hard, nigga. Like, you can, there's a whole nother market of like some more money you can be doing on the side of your comedy. I ain't even think of it that way, but he was like, it's very smart that you took the time to learn this shit yourself instead of.
But even with these other niggas, like, what you notice with, like, COVID, everybody named Mama started a podcast.
That's true. Like,
they don't have the setup, so it's like for you, with your advantage is you can rent out your space. If you want to shoot your podcast here, $35 an hour. You know what I'm saying? Like, come through here. I'm saying, like,
That's
it's a smart idea.
another
You already have it set
avenue.
up. Like, everybody and their mama, like, want to have a podcast, but they don't really have the means that they need to do it. That's another bag for you. You want to do OnlyFans, but you get that podcast money. I'm telling you. Think about that shit. You better advertise it.
That's a
And
good
be like,
idea.
hey, if you want to shoot your podcast here, it ain't nothing. $35 an hour.
I did post after X left. I did post on the internet. Any women that want to do OnlyFans and need a photographer, let me know. You know what I'm saying? I'll take the pictures and shoot the video. You know what I'm saying? That's, I ain't doing that. I'm just taking the pictures.
Yeah.
But the name of the show, I want to thank you for coming. I appreciate you hanging out with me. This has been dope. Man, I wish we could hang out all night, but I got to cut you loose.
I feel you.
Before I get you out of here, I want to ask you. The name of the show is called CHiLLiN.
Yeah.
I always ask my guests, if you could chill with anybody in the world, live, living, present, anybody, fictional, anybody, anything, who would you chill with and why?
I'm gonna say Beyonce, cause it's like, I'm such a fan of like what she's done. Like just from seeing somebody like, I grew up as a little girl seeing Beyonce with her girls group, with her homegirls. If they started in her daddy's den, like doing the dance rehearsals and performing in her mama's shop. Like, you know what I'm saying? I remember like whenever Beyonce had a feature on like an old ass Houston rapper song. You know what I'm saying? Like she was on the ground floor like me. And to see what she turned that shit into, you know what I'm saying? Like just her work ethic. Like knowing what I know now, just from finally getting my music to get some traction and starting to make a name for myself, knowing how much work it takes just to do that. Like, I think about the amount of work she had to do to get to where she at. And I'm like, no, I'm inspired by that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I know that if I really work hard and put my mind to it, I can do whatever the fuck I want to.
That's it. It's all about you. You are in control of your own destiny, your own fate. Grab that shit by the throat.
Hell yeah.
I want to add that, Beyonce, if you're listening to this, if you see this is like the 13th or 14th motherfucker to come on my show and endorse you.
Yeah.
So,
as you should.
I want to check. Like, nigga, I'm doing free publicity for you. Like, I'm having niggas come up here and talk on my show, come up here and dick ride you. I'm just saying, I would like some money, please.
It's hard she works.
Because I could just, I do work very hard, thank you. But no, man, she's amazing. And I want to shout out, and I want to point out, you are a rapper for real, because you've been holding the mic in your hand. It's a mic stand the whole time, but you've been holding the mic like you in a cypher the whole time. Nah, I'm just saying, like, this nigga's a rapper for real. Like, I want to make note of this. Like, she been holding the mic in her hand like she about to just go bar for bar with me. Like, are you ready? And she was just ready. Like, it's like, my nigga's a rapper for real. Like, for real, for real. She's like, my nigga's like, just like an artist. Like, and you know what? I feel like, you know, you body a lot of the cats that's out here.
Thank you.
Like, your style, like, me personally.
So I'm not a washed up salt and pepper.
No, like, here's, okay, so here's the thing.
Was my flow cool? Because I don't know.
I was going to tell you. This is, when I listen to artists, whether they male or female, rappers in general, I listen for two things. I listen for punchlines and storytellers. Yeah. Because it was my favorite type of rappers. And you just happen to be like a little mix of both.
Thank you.
And I like that. Like, you got the punchlines that kind of just make me chuckle a little bit, but then you also kind of like tell me a story a little. Tell me a story about you and your mission, your views, and let me know a little bit about you. And I like that. And I like that in my rappers and music because it's the same. Even though you are performing and you are, you know, writing music, I kind of feel like there's a bit of a connection when the artists. I learn a little bit about the artist in the music, and I feel like that with you when you teach me something, and I feel like you taught me something in your music. And I like that about your music. I like the punchlines, and I like the storytelling.
I appreciate you just even listening to it.
Oh,
like,
man.
I know that most men don't get in tune like with female artists. You know what I'm saying? Like where music is now, especially with female rap, they just like, I'm cool on that. It ain't really, you know.
It just depends on the subject matter. Yeah. And like I said, I forgot to mention that part. It depends on the subject matter, like punchlines and ad-libs, and then the storytellers. Like, you can rap about your ass and titties and pussy and something all day. That's cool. Yeah. But at the same time, it's like a lot of words rhyme with dick, pussy, ass, and titties. Yeah. Like, try to make a 5-syllable word rhyme with something. Like, like, you know what I'm saying? Some of the, like, not to like dick ride Eminem, but I feel like a lot of these rappers take note from Shady, read the dictionary. Like, you can say the same thing a lot of different ways.
So do you like lyrical miracle rappers?
Yes,
You know what I'm saying? Like you a fan of that shit?
I like that, like the lyricism, like the Cassidys, the Freeways, the Eminems, the Lloyd Bankses.
But I mean like specific. You talking about niggas who did like mainstream music? I'm talking about like that Eminem, fucking MF Doom shit. Like
yes,
you
I like Metal
You
Face.
gotta break down like bar for bar. Like you can't even sit and just enjoy that rap. You actually have to pay attention. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not. That ain't breeze bob type.
No,
music, you know what I'm saying?
I like that. I like when rappers kind of have that off kilter, like intelligent.
Yeah.
I thrive off the intelligence. I mean, I feed off the intelligence. So if you can like rap and rap smart, I like that.
Yeah.
That's one of the and not to harp on mainstream, but that's one of the things I can appreciate about Jay-Z now.
Yeah.
As opposed to when he came out when I was younger. I didn't understand Jay-Z when I was younger. But now that I sit back and go back and listen to his music, shit makes sense.
What's your favorite Jay-Z album?
Black Album, all day.
Damn, okay. And then, I gotta ask him strong number 2.
Album number 2 or song?
Album number 2.
Album number 2. First Blueprint.
Wait, American Gangster don't make your top 2 Jay-Z albums?
I haven't heard all of it. That's why I haven't.
Mike?
I'm sorry, I haven't heard all of American Gangster. That's why I left the radar. But it's in the top 3 favorite albums of Jay-Z of all time. Like it's in the top 5. It's just I hadn't heard enough tracks.
You didn't dedicate time to that, like
I kind of read over that.
Was it because it was themed after the movie? Is that kind of why you was like, maybe?
I think when that album came out, it was back when I was too young to understand Jay-Z.
Okay.
But now since I've matured and gotten older and I have a family now and I'm thinking about like Jay-Z have you thinking about shit you ain't think about like on the block. Like Jay-Z have you on the block thinking about like, man, maybe I should like diversify my bonds and shit, nigga.
Yeah, nah,
like,
real shit.
Like,
nah, real
like
shit
maybe
though.
I should like, like invest in some stocks, nigga. Like and I'm listening to that 444 album.
Yeah.
The hardest track on that album was when he was like, nigga, you killing niggas over your mama's the neighborhood that your mama renting.
Yeah, OJ story,
Why don't you take that money and flip the neighborhood? And I was like, yo. He's just like gave you some free game right there. Like,
but I mean that whole album is that I think like on there, what's it? I think Legacy was my favorite one.
Yes,
you know
that's a good one.
When he's telling the story of like when Blue at the end of that song asked Daddy what's a wheel. You know what I'm saying? And it's like she don't even understand her own placement and like where she's at as far as like who your mama and daddy is, your financial status. It's like she gonna go to discover all of that shit, but it's like, damn, when he started talking about all of that shit that he did for Legacy, for that moment, for his daughter to be like, what is this? Like whenever he got on that Rick Ross shit and said his daughter's curtains was 40 racks. Like my nigga, you just living different. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, man. You absolutely right. Jay-Z will have you evaluate things you never thought about. I want my kids to have $40,000 curtains. I do, Mike.
And like I ain't gonna lie, that'd be dope. But then like I heard that joint about the neighborhoods and shit, and then it made me look at all the.
No. I want all of those things too. Don't get me wrong, but it's that same shit you said, Mike, with that Bible shit, to where it's like, why can't I have my riches on this side too? Like I want right back into that.
Like he said he got a painting. That's worth $8 million.
Yeah.
And he's just sitting on it. You feel me? Like, I'm just sitting on it because I know it's gonna be. Like I felt just as dumb as he did when he said I could have bought this building.
Yeah.
Like I was like, that moves like that. Like I don't even think like that. You know what I'm saying? But like it just makes you wonder. Like I heard that track and I looked at every drug dealer I know. Like you don't give a fuck about me, nigga.
But Mike, that's some shit that gotta be addressed too. These fucking drug dealers getting all this money and not doing shit with it. And these niggas is like wiping out, going to jail, and it's like you had access to so many things that you could have done, and it's like you did nothing with that money.
You feel me?
All
Like
that money you ran through, all you got is an outfit, maybe 2 chains.
Like you got a fucking 2020 BMW sitting out front of a trap house, nigga. Like why?
For what? Like
invest
and it's hot. For what?
Invest in the neighborhood to where if the shit get hot, we all got your back.
Yeah.
You know, you take that drug money, you invest in us. It wouldn't be a problem for somebody to say, hey, the cops is on their way.
Drug niggas gotta utilize
like, come on, my nigga. Like, then if we wanted to like put all our savings and money together in holdings, I mean, the drug dealers would be some of the people that we could go to. If we wanted to like combine funds and make our own community, like sell the drugs, sell it to the white
That's where
folks.
Pablo and them niggas got that shit right over there in
Exactly.
Mexico. Like,
That's
they
what
funded the neighborhood, they funded the city.
That's what the gangsters and mobsters like John Gotti and Al Capone, they did all that for their neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They put their money back in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they had, everybody knew everybody.
Real shit.
You know what I'm saying? But if we could unify like that, we take the whole fucking world on.
Yeah.
It would just be, because if you sit back and think about some shit, man, and peep some game, we dominate every physical fucking activity there is.
But not even that, like the black dollar is the most important dollar in America. You know what I'm saying? We spend the most money in this country. Like, black people gonna get their hair done, they gonna get fly, they gonna get a Cadillac, they gonna spend that money. Black people don't hold too much of nothing. So it's like, if we took that money and actually invested it smart into our own people, like, even if you're gonna go out and spend that money, invest in your own people. Like, put it right back into your community in your neighborhood.
Don't go buy fucking Gucci and all them other niggas. Go buy some seasoned OKC. You know what I'm saying?
Fucking seasoned, fucking New Wave, fucking
New Wave.
What is that? Is that Black Umbrella? And I don't even
Back
know
to my
brand that
roots.
is. Back to my roots. Like, it's
You
so
know
much
what I'm
dope
saying?
shit out here that you can support. You know what I'm saying? Like,
shout out to all
it's
those
a lot
cats.
shout out to all of them, man. Just support whenever you see black people, like, invest in their experience, because everybody out here trying to get it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you know, and I'm just, I mean, you know, we got those groups, those black groups on Facebook
and I think
now.
that's helping.
That's
I think
helping.
that's helping a lot.
And I'm just waiting for the prostitutes and the OnlyFans, you know, to get on there so we can start using.
Don't get on the BatCave
I'm just
please don't. Please don't get on there doing that. We got something respectable going on. Don't jump
I mean, but they gotta make a
Oklahoma
living too.
TMZ.
Like they, I mean, I'm
Take
just
that
saying,
over to
like,
Oklahoma TMZ.
wait,
Don't
but
put it
like
on the
we,
black market.
I mean, that's business though. I mean, they got customers too. Like they can be like discreet about it, like escorts and shit.
Yeah.
Like you ain't gotta say, hey, I'm sucking dick for $30 or something. Like you can be cool about it.
For a nice time.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, there's avenues for everything. Or you can just put the pimps on there.
Yeah.
The pimps can just do commercials and posts and shit like, hey, what flavor you want? We got them, you know what I'm saying? Just what they pay, that's what they cost.
Pimps, just post a picture of you and all your bitches.
Yeah. Well, again, man, I want to thank you for coming. I appreciate you hanging out with me. Tell the people where we can find you and catch you and then get all your music and videos, all your links.
I'm on everything at CHiLLiN. No dots, no spaces, no crazy spelling, nothing like that. If you go to my Instagram, it has a link tree with access to all of my music, my YouTube channel. Even if you go on YouTube and type in CHiLLiN, that'll introduce you to a lot of my shit. But yeah, thank you much for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh man, thank you for coming. I appreciate it. And this has been another episode of CHiLLiN WiT, and we are out of here.